What's up, guys? It's your man KP67s bringing you another video today. Two announcements. First off, I just want to say happy 2021 to everybody out there. Happy New Year. Hopefully 2021 is a lot better than what 2020 was. Me personally, I'm glad 2020 is over because beginning of December I caught COVID. I'm better. I'm fine now. I just have like a little bit of a dry cough. If it pops up here and there in the video, my apologies. I can't really control it. But like I said, you know, we're looking forward to a better 2021, including a more present KP67s. I know I was very absent for most of 2021. Lots of changes going on in life, lots of moving around, lots of getting things set up for my life. But now that I'm here, I'm making videos. And second announcement, I'm actually going to be working on a Patreon system. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to sort out like what kind of content I want to be able to set up for you guys. It's not going to be anything insane. I'm not looking to make a living off of this, so that like I really don't expect the Patreon to be like insanely expensive for people. But you know, expenses different for different people. Like $1 could be expensive for people. I don't know, right? So that's that end of things as well. But now that I've discussed at least those two things, I want to get into the meat of this video, which is again showing Imperial dominance in fleets. Specifically looking at the Malevolence here in this case. Now I know that I've put out a video where the Sith fleet beats the Malevolence. However, now due to my buddy Easton over in Ma, and working with him, working with a couple others, kind of fine-tuning this specifically, the Empire actually counters the Malevolence quite well. Here in this case, let me look for, here we go. So here's one of the Malevolence fleets that exists. At the end of my talking, there will be additional videos showing different combinations of Malevolence comps, which include the standard heavy offense, Hyena Bomber, Sunfac, and Vulture combination. And I really like this setup right here. It's going to be Tarkin Capital Ship with Gauntlet, ITB, and Vader. In the backup, really you only need two things. You need Palpatine Shuttle, an additional tank. That's really about it. TIE Fighter and Scimitar are just kind of there because, you know, hey, Empire and Sith, that's fine for me, right? Reaper, like, you know, he doesn't really show up very much because Reaper's not that good, unfortunately. CG, can you please fix this? But that's an aside. Anyways, talking about this counter specifically, the counter basically works around cleansing. That's all it really comes down to. That is Malevolence's biggest weakness. Once it blows all of its buzz droids, if you have cleansed them all off, the fleet is literally just sitting there doing nothing, which really helps you in the long run here. The buzz droid, without buzz droids, the Vultures, Hyena, Houndstooth, whatever else comes out, they can't get through ITB. He literally sits there taunting, and they can't do anything to him, which is awesome. And then all you need to do with Vader is jump from tank to tank, spreading target lock everywhere. Once you have a few target locks out there, Hyena Bomber becomes paper thin on defense. And that reasoning is actually due to the unique of the Imperial TIE Bomber, where Empire allies will ignore 20% defense for each target locked enemy. So right off the bat, if you have 3 target locks out there, you're ignoring 60% of the total defense of the Hyena Bomber. This basically turns him into paper. Vader is going to one-shot things left, right, and center. And once, like, you know, Hyena Bomber's gone, once Vultures are gone, once Houndstooth is gone, once Sunfac is gone, it really just leaves like your usual reinforcements, which is like Spy, who will eventually show himself, and then you just go ahead and buff immunity and murder it. Or the Millennium Falcon, in which case you just simply wait it out with Imperial TIE Bomber's AoE, drop it when you get the chance, and then murder the Falcon. Super simple, super easy, super straightforward. I really like the counter a lot. There is one RNG component that people need to be aware of. It's the Hyena Bomber. Now, the Hyena Bomber likes to target your weakest ship out there. That weakest ship is usually Vader. However, what can happen sometimes is that the Hyena decides to select ITB after the enemy vulture droid has already seeded it with buzz droids, if there's a vulture out front first. If that happens, then the 2 vulture droids, because one will be summoned, will pop up and attack the ITB a little bit, doing enough damage that, following up with Sunfac, you could potentially lose ITB. Now, this battle is still winnable, it just takes a little longer. In that case, that's why you need the extra tank, in which case I bring B-28 because I have Sith mixed in here. I've got Vader, and I've got Palpatine's shuttle. That is the instance where you can still win, but it just won't be as pretty. That's the issue there. If that doesn't happen, this is a guaranteed, I promise you, guaranteed 22 against Malevolence comps. If you lose ITB, could be a 20, could be a 21 in TW circumstances. You could undersize here, like, if I were just going with these 2, for instance, you're undersizing for banners to make up for any protection banners you might have lost because of the Malevolence. But by and large, you really shouldn't have a problem with this fleet. It should just straight up destroy whatever you find. Alright guys, that basically sums up the video. I know it's a quick one, but honestly, there's really not much to say besides watch the next following fights, kind of test this out yourself. I know that I'm using maxed Empire here, right? So if you don't have maxed Empire, mess around with it a little bit. See, okay, like, how is the Malevolence targeting my ships? Like, is it, like, if it targets the weakest ship, if Gauntlet is my weakest ship, is Gauntlet gonna get beat up on, right? Those types of things are the things that people need to be kind of testing in order to really grasp how powerful this fleet has become with ITB. With that concludes the video. I hope you guys have a good day. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, do everything. I want to get back into the YouTube game. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to bring positivity to this game, to 2021. Let's do it all together. Play how you want to play, guys. Have a good day.